After watching the video for a little bit, they continued their way down the hallway. Though we are able to watch these videos inside our rooms, whether in the guild or outside, it seems like people prefer watching the videos in this hallway. Claire remarked to Hannah, her eyes looking at the groups of people standing in front of the screens. Hannah was also checking out each of the groups. I learned that these are people who had experience with such techniques before everything crumbled. How did they get good enough with using materials from monsters so quickly? It's only been a day or so when everyone entered the simulations, Claire wondered. They're from other underground cities around the world. Some of the cities were accessed far sooner than ours, Hannah explained. Claire widened her eyes in surprise at the information, not making the connection until she was reminded of such things. It only shows how bad of a situation the rest of the world is currently in, to have to access this type of environment so soon. She thought to herself as she looked at a screen with a green-haired woman polishing an intricate chest plate. Though it may be unfair that we're behind a lot of people, it doesn't change the fact that we can develop our skills and surpass them. Hannah raised a hand in excitement. Every now and then, they passed by a terminal near the wall. There would be adventurers using the terminal as though accessing information. Do you want to use the terminal? Hannah noticed Claire observing the computers. Shaking her head, Claire said, I'd prefer going to set things up with Darlena at desk. I believe there should be one specifically for adventurers diving into manufacturing equipment. Hannah pointed ahead of them. I think that's the place. Off in the distance was a large service desk, similar in appearance to the one in the main lobby area. Upon entering the guild, several lines of adventurers showed that many had the same thinking as the two of them about making their own products. Walking over to the lines, Claire and Hannah stood behind a group of adventurers. Judging by their equipment, which was of a lower quality compared to them, it was clear that they had only recently become adventurers. Have you checked out the woman who was working on the chest plate? A blonde-haired woman with long braid hair in the group ahead of them asked her comrades. A guy with short brown hair, likely someone in the military, answered, Her skills are way beyond anything we could make. Did you notice the amount of guild points people were sending her? An Eastern-looking man with black hair that was slightly longer than the military man asked. It just shows that if you get good enough, you'll be able to make money, not just by forging the equipment. Claire eyed Hannah, raising an eyebrow as though asking what they were talking about. Pointing at the bracelet on her wrist, Hannah was indicating they were likely using the bracelet to widen the guild points. She pointed at a screen close by where people were approaching a scanning device and tapping the bracelet against it. I didn't even realize you could do that. Claire was amazed at the various opportunities that Star and Moon had created for the adventurers inside the guild. Turning back to the group ahead of them, she found what they were discussing to be interesting and informative. Claire noticed that Hannah was thinking the same thing as she listened in on what the group was talking about. The problem is getting access to the materials, at least decent ones. A woman with purple hair sighed at the thought. It's not like any of us are strong enough to hunt the higher level ones, or afford to purchase them. I say that we aim to produce equipment that adventurers are likely to need, targeting the items that have the best margins, the blonde suggested. I mean, there are some things that even higher level adventurers are still going to need. I would think so. The others in the group nodded their head in agreement at the woman's words.